The next guy I wanted was the Waco Kid, and I thought Dan Daly. Strangely enough, there was a guy, a song and dance man at Fox, who I knew was one of the great Western writers, you know, and he was a guy from Cincinnati or Cleveland. I don't know where he was from, but he was back east. But he really rode a horse, and I found out a lot about him. And I knew he was a good actor, and he could play an alkie. I knew he could do it. I knew he could play this alcoholic. And I called him, and he was in Hawaii, and he called me back, and he said, Mel, if you look at the bottom of Coke bottles, you'll see the kind of glasses I'm wearing now. I can hardly find the phone here to pick up and call you back and say I can't do it. So there went Dan Daly. And then I had a brilliant idea, not such a bad idea, really, a rather good idea. I'm proud of it. And it was Gig Young, who had won an Oscar for They Shoot Horses, Don't They? And he kind of played in that, an over-the-hill guy who was not too dissimilar from the Waco Kid. And so I had him come in and read, and he was fine. And I talked to his agent. His agent said he was on the sauce. He is not an alcoholic anymore. He hasn't had a drink in months. I said, okay, all right, I want him. So we got Gig Young. And then another great coup for me was I'd seen What's Up, Doc, and I'd seen Madeline Kahn, and I was madly in love with her, and I thought that, you know. So when she came into my office, I said, I'd like to see your legs. And she said, oh, it's that kind of audition, huh? Fuck you, or something, you know, and she was right. I said, wait a minute. Believe it or not, I'm very happily married. We are doing a satire of Marlene Dietrich, you know, and Lily von Stupp has to have the Dietrich gams like in Destry Rides Again. You know, we need the Destry legs. So she said, okay. And she straddled a chair, she lifted a skirt, and she was perfect. And then, so I got Madeline, who loved the producers, so she believed in my talent. Well, Slim Pickens, I'd seen him in Stanley Kubrick's film, and I knew he could. He just wasn't a cowboy. He could do whatever was needed. He was a terrific actor. Slim Pickens was a terrific actor. And I knew he would play the guy with a kind of stupid, innocent naivete that would work. So when he said the N-word, there's no malice, he just meant it, you know. And, you know, so it was, I mean, it really worked. And of course, I had to have Harvey Korman, you know, who was, you know, one of the best second bananas that ever lived. And just a great, and a Shakespearean actor, a really fine actor who had perfect comic timing. And I couldn't find a guy, I looked all over, but I couldn't find a guy to play Governor Lepetibane. So I said, well, he should be short and kind of a mountain comic, a Borscht Belt comic who's in the West somehow. I said, do I know anybody like that? Wait a minute. There in the mirror was a guy I could get for nothing. So I hired him. Turned out to be me.